Morning guys and girls, welcome back to the channel. Right, today is service Saturday service. No, it's not church. We're going to be servicing the 140. So, like you can hear, I've just got her up and started. She's now warming up. I've got all the filters and the oil on the back of the truck ready to go. So we'll get her into place, and once she's in place, we'll start servicing her up. But while I'm here, don't forget, like, share, subscribe. And also I'd like to thank everybody who has subscribed and everybody who's helping grow the channel. Yeah, no, thank you very much, appreciate it all. But right, I'll get her in place and start the service. See you in a minute. Right, so I'm now going to get this over into the field over there where we're doing a horse track, and get it set up and ready to drop the oil, doing the engine oil, doing the diesel filters, general check around. Gonna do the final drives as well, but they're not being done till Monday because I want to do some track and get them warmed up and get them out. I do the final drives every 500 hours because we're slightly different to everybody else. Because of the amount of tracking we do, we like to change it every 500 hours. It's not like I'm sat on a building site and only working on a 3-acre plot. I'm working on some very big estates where I could be tracking a mile and a half up, then tracking a mile and a half back. So yeah, we like to change it every 500 hours just to keep on top, because the final drives are one of the most expensive parts to change on a machine. As we well know ourselves, our old cased 8-tonner, our old cased 13-tonner, both had a pair of final drives put on them. And I think on the case, they were like $5 a pop. So that's like 10 grand going on just final drives. But right, we'll get this in place and we'll start doing a service. Hopefully you find it interesting. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. It is what it is. The video is still going out. But also, don't forget, keep saying it, I need them subscribers, please. Just hit that button. Right, we shall see you in a second. Right, digger's in place. Right, one thing I do like about Volvo as well is there's no going into that engine bay and trying to get the filters and that out. Everything, I'll show you, everything is on one side. If you undo this door here, I'd like to keep everything locked up. Everything is in here. So you've got your oil filter, hydraulic filter, diesel filter, diesel filter. So yes, that isn't a genuine hydraulic filter on there. Volvo actually didn't have one and we were desperate for one, so we got a Donaldson, which they said were absolutely fine. Alright, well we'll get on with cracking some of these filters off and draining the engine oil out. There is another couple of things I do like about Volvo as well. You got a cover. Literally, you undo that cover there, and that is where your sump is. And then Volvo supply you with one of these fitments. It goes on, screws up and releases the oil. So there's no taking the bolt out of the bottom of something getting covered. Simple little things, but they go a long, long way. But right, we'll get this undone and start dropping the oil out. It's as simple as that. So if you look under here, if you look underneath, don't know if you can see very well in there, but there's that cap. If you take that cap off, because all you need to do is take the cap off when it wants to come off. Take the cap off, you're left with that spring there like that, right? You then get this pipe here, which then goes in, screw it up, and that releases the oil. I'll show you what I mean. First of all, you want to make a little pad out of a couple of old AdBlue cans. Then you start twisting away, and out comes the engine oil. Look at that. That just pushes that spring up, which then releases a valve inside the sump and drops the engine oil out. There you go. My hands are still clean. Something so simple yet so effective. She's looking a bit black, but that's all it is. It's just hangs there and drains. Like I say, so simple but so effective. I do apologise about the wind if that is blowing into this camera. I haven't got a microphone on this camera. I've got to bring the other one with me, like a brat. But right, we'll leave that to drain for a little while because I think there's 19 litres or 18 litres in that engine, so that'll fill that can right up. I might go get another can, quickly undo that and drain into another can while it's draining into that can. But we'll see. I'll go take the filler cap off the top of the engine. That'll make that drain a bit quicker. Right, so yeah, as you can tell, I like to keep everything locked up, just for my own peace of mind. Stop anybody trying to do anything to it. If they're going to do it to it, they're going to damage it, and I'll see it before I start, like engines up or anything like that. Right, take this cap off. There it goes. It's draining a lot quicker, I just heard it. We'll go have a look. Oh yeah, she's draining quicker now. Draining a lot quicker. But right, just go show you the filters and that while it's draining. So we order all our stuff through SMT. SMT are main dealers over at Duxford for us. If they're watching this and want to give me any free merch, crack on. But yeah, genuine filters, genuine oil. It is what it is. And to be fair, they're actually not that much more expensive than pattern parts. Right, while that's draining, I'll leave that to drain for a fair while, to be fair. Make sure I get as much of that black oil out as I can. We'll get on with changing engine oil filter, diesel filter, another diesel filter. Right, I'll go get my grips and start taking the engine oil filter off. The old AdBlue cans always come in handy as well. The little ones, the little tiny AdBlue cans are perfect to drop in places like this, look. Right, got myself a big set of grips. See if this will come undone. Last time I done one of these filters, it was so tight it wouldn't come undone. But I don't like nipping or squashing the filters if I can help it. Right. There she go. She's a coming. She's a coming. This is where I now get covered in oil. Here it comes. Drip, 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 drip. Just let that drain off slowly. There you go. I don't fancy getting covered in engine oil. Might just go get a bit of a rag. Nice. Didn't have any rags. Had to get a brand new microfiber. People on there probably be moaning, why aren't you wearing gloves while doing oil changes? Save getting oil all over you. I don't like wearing gloves. Never have done. Even when I was a fitter. I hated wearing gloves. There you go. Come on. Oop. Right, then always tilt it to the side before your hands get covered. Lovely, minimal mess. What I like doing is just giving everything a quick wipe down as well. Leave that to drip for a little while. Well, not a little while, but you know what I mean. Make sure the surface is all clean. Absolutely beautiful. Right, I'll go get that out and go get the other filter. Leave that in while I go get the other filter because that still drip a bit. I'll be back in a second with a new filter. One new oil filter. Take the cap off. Chuck the cap in the pot. Now, one really important thing that I'll always say about filters that you should do. Not many people like doing it, but I do. It's a tiny bit of oil on your finger. Just rub around that O-ring. Don't need a huge amount. just enough, just a tiny little bit. One, that makes it seal up better. Two, it makes it easier for when you come to take it off. And three, the rubber's dry. So when you go to tighten it up, it actually binds and doesn't turn. And then you'll end up ripping the seal out. So just a tiny, tiny bit of engine oil on there. Doesn't matter whether it's old or new. Put it on there. Honestly, it makes your life a lot easier when it comes to servicing again. Then literally just put it on, spin her on, and do her up hand tight until you can't do it up no more. Right, there she be. That's the engine oil filter changed. Give everything a bit of a wipe down, like so. Oh, then you go and smudge a load of oil on there instead. That is the engine oil filter changed. Next, we have the almighty fun fuel filters to change up. Now, really easy to change fuel filters, like the other filters, really easy to change them. Right, engine oil still, you can't see it, but it still is draining. But right, I'm going to get myself set up to change these ones. Right, this one is normally a pain to undo. We'll see if we can get it this time. This is normally the worst filter out of all of them, as I've just realised. I'm going to have to squash it a bit. So yeah, it's always tight. That is tight. I don't know why this one always goes up tight. She's gone. God, it's always tight, and I don't know why. It's the worst one out of all the filters. Always is, always has been. Right, diesel time. Go on, drain. There we go. Right. It's where 9 times out of 10 I normally drop it, and diesel goes everywhere. What normally happens. Come on. Come on. Come on. Where is it? Where is it? Last one. Last one? Last turn. There we go. Like I say, you want to be careful. Sometimes, like just now, I didn't show you, but that rubber was out. They do come out, right? Like this, like I'll show you. If I can get hold of it. They do pop out, so when you take that cap off, when you take them caps off, be careful, because they normally go with it. Like I say, tiny little bit of oil makes life a lot easier. You can tell she's still dripping. Right, and just same as the oil filter. Spin it on. And hand tight, no more than hand tight. Done that one last time hand tight, and for some reason it still goes stupidly tight. Got a bit of a wipe down, re-grab. Yeah, she's tight. Right, happy with that. Bit of a wipe down. Oil's finished draining underneath, so we'll go take that off. See, she's finished draining now. So what all you do on this then is put your hand up there and reverse what you've done to start off with. Literally, it is a bit of a tight fit to get your hand up there, but once she starts going, all is good. But this pipe you can use on the radiator, bleed off, you can use it on the hydraulics, you can use it on engine oil, you can use it on all the parts of the digger. Right, and look how dirty my hands are from it, from doing an engine oil change. Honestly, so simple, so simple. Right, then you give it a quick wipe and put the cap back on. I'm not going to bore you with that, but that's all you do. Right, I'll see you in a second. What's that? All done. Right, We'll take the dirty oil over to the back of the van, and then we'll transfer it into these 2 cans here. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Right, we'll drain these cans into this can. I didn't bring a funnel. Hey, forgot the funnel. Anyway, we can get around that. We can get around that little issue. It's not a problem. Our blues come with a funnel. Are you still recording? Yeah, I'm recording me making a mess. Right. And that's as simple as that. Slowly pour it all in. If I had a funnel, obviously it'd be quicker, but I haven't got a funnel because, like a prat, I've forgotten it. Right, that's that emptied. Do well. Put the cap back on. Give this can a bit of a wipe round the outside. The other can. First blue can is full. This one isn't. The second one isn't, so that can have the diesel waste and that in that one. I will chuck them all in there, right out of the way. But right, I'll drain that one into that can. I'll get the diesel one, chuck in there, chuck the diesel filter in that oil can. And we're getting somewhere then. Had to get a nice pink cloth. The other one was getting a bit oily and dirty. Had to change it. Right, we'll go change this big filter then, shall we? Ooh, still got some waste oil to get rid of. Right, do that now and go do this big filter. I didn't get any footage of that one really. Sorry about that. That was a mad panic to get it in, get it done. Because the filter split. And because the filter split, that spewed diesel everywhere. Which has not made me very happy. I mean, there is diesel everywhere. Luckily I've got some brake cleaner in the truck, I think. Spray it all everywhere. Caught most of it. But done so well I'm not spilling anything. And now it's gone everywhere. Well, I mean the filter split. The filter split. That was tight. That'll do. Right, now we've got the joys of priming everything up. Alright, get another cloth and give that a bit of a wipe down. Right. Now to prime this up, you got a nut. Right. You undo that nut on the top there, you only crack it, and then undo this, like that, and that's your primer. Right, so you'll prime up until fluid comes out of there. I think if I can remember rightly, it's a 13mm. Oh, look at that. Oh, he remembers. So give that a little crack, don't go silly far with it. And then just start pumping. Don't forget to turn that the other way though. when that does come out. Just drop my camera then. It's done. Nip that up. Keep pumping. Get that up, hard at pushing, and then do it up. And she should be primed. Right, we'll put the fill up with oil and then we'll start her up and see what happens. Right, we'll see how this goes in. Right, this is a bit of a dodgy way of doing it, but old Oasis can, because I forgot my old funnel. So, because I've got the old funnel, I had to come up and improvise. And this is what I've done. I'll show you. I've got an old Oasis bottle there, which fits in that end perfect. And then start pouring it in slow like that as a funnel. And I'll tell you what, it's working a treat. It really is. It's not pouring in too quick, not pouring in too slow. That'll teach me to remember the funnel next time. Right, we'll have a little look on the old dipstick, see what she's saying. She's just on the bottom of the dipstick, so she don't need a huge amount more. Put another couple of litres in and check her again. Oasis bottle is the best one so far. Right, we'll have a check of that. Perfect. On the full mark. Oop. To do that, take my new and improved funnel out. Put the cap back on after I give it a wipe. Lovely, right, put the cap back on. And then we'll go start her and see what happens. Come on. Pray with me. Right. Key in. Ignition on.
Chilangari has been ticked off.
Code in. Fingers crossed. Alright. Alright.
Can't bother to do anything. Freeze it.
Fingers crossed. She's running. She's a running. Give her a little rev. Go check the engine oil again. It run. Our blue's pumping back, so she's alright. What we'll do is we'll just let her settle down for a couple of minutes. Let her just settle down again, then I'll check the oil levels, and then we'll just give her a quick grease up and she'll all be serviced up. So what you want to do is just come around, just check for any diesel leaks or anything. That's not diesel. No, that's brake fluid cleaner. So yeah, all is good. Thank Christ for that. Don't forget, right, like, share, subscribe. Just hit that button. I appreciate each and every one of you that do press that button. Like I say, helping this channel just grow. I'd love this channel to be massive, absolutely massive. But we will see what the future holds. I don't know, it could be, it might not be. But we shall see. I don't know if people find this interesting or not, what I do, but this is my daily life. This is what I do. I love my machines. I've got to work them, I've got to pay for them. It is what it is. And I love it. I just thought because I love it, I'd send it out there for other people to like it. Yeah. But right, we better get on and check this oil level. And also then we've got some fun lubricating her up. We've got to lube her up. Lube each and every one of these joints all up on there. Apart from I can't do that one because as of yesterday I found out that hose is split. That grease circ there, the hose is gone. So I need a new bit of hose in there, which should be coming Monday. Put that back on so I can grease her up, because that's one of the main pins that move. So, right, we'll go check this oil. Might as well do something. Right, we'll see where she is then. Ooh. That's the only thing I've got a fault Volvo for. Why couldn't they put a dipstick this side? Yeah, she needs a little bit. She's on the minimum, so she needs about a litre in there. And give that a little wipe. Leave it out for a second. I'll put another litre in, and then we'll check her again. Yeah. Old Oasis. Get her in, give her a little push so she doesn't wobble. Perfect. Get the can of oil. Hopefully not spill it everywhere. Honestly, that Oasis bottle is perfect, look. Wait for that to go down. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. On the money. Right, so we're finished with the servicing of the old digger, all the oils and filters and what have you. Now it's time for greasing up. Yes, I know it might be cheap and cheerful, but I've got the Sealeys cordless grease gun. I got it cheap, really cheap, so I couldn't say no to it, to be fair. But if Milwaukee or anybody fancies giving me a grease gun to try, it's worth it, isn't it? No, it does the job. It really does do the job. It's a good grease gun, and yeah, it saves time. It really does. People think battery powered grease guns, oh, you're so lazy. Honestly, the time I have saved, and even my father has said the same, the time we saved greasing up, we've halved it, half the time. So the client is happy because I'm only spending, instead of spending 15 minutes greasing up or 20 minutes, 10 minutes. Just go done. Instead of trying to hold it on, trying to lean against your knee and pump away, and you ain't got all that hassle. That's why I've gone for the battery powered grease gun. If this does eventually fail, then yeah, I'll have to bite the bullet and go Milwaukee or Makita or DeWalt or something like that. But I just didn't want to spend that amount of money on the first time and not really see any benefits. But now we see the benefits with it, I wouldn't go away from it. All I want is just a quick release coupler on the end, just so it holds on some of them. The grease I use is Total EP2. Now, for some of you that just think grease is grease, really I like to use EP3, but EP3 is a bit thicker. It's better because it sticks and it doesn't let the solid contaminants get into like the pins and bushes. But not many places around here sell EP3 unless we order it in. So we use EP2. Now EP2 stands for extreme pressure. Bet a lot of you didn't know that, did you? EP stands for extreme pressure. Honestly, don't believe me, look it up. That's what it means. Extreme pressure, grade 2. So you normally in grease you have 3 or 4 grades. So you have EP0, EP1, EP2 and EP3. EP0 is just like your low temperature grease, standardy sort of thing. So EP1 is a little bit thicker than 0. But EP2 is extreme pressure 2, grade 2. So it's for high temperatures, things like CV joints and PTOs and stuff like that. It's good for high temperature. The grease sticks to it longer before it goes thin and just disappears. EP3, however, is very thick, it's very sticky, and it is very good, but it is a bit more expensive. So, but that's why we use EP2. So, like I say, for those that don't understand it, extreme pressure grade 2. So that's what we use. I use total because total is total. It's the same as the hydraulic oil. I use total hydraulic oil in there because total has got its name. Total is a good name. But right, I'm now going to load up with this, which I've already got some in there, and start greasing up. Things like the thumb and that on there, the hydraulic thumb, I won't grease up because I'm not using it. So I don't need to grease it. I'll just grease them ones there, and then I've got a bank on the back there to grease. But right, get them done, and then that'll be home time, I reckon. Right, so that's service is complete. Now just got to get a thumbnail picture, and it'll be home time. So, no, like I say, I'd like to say a massive thank you to everybody who does watch my videos and whatever, who do subscribe, who do put the thumbs up, and who do comment. I really, really, really do appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't subscribed, don't forget, just one of them buttons there. Just hit it. It doesn't cost anything. I'm not going to bombard you with any emails or anything like that. It doesn't cost anything, like I say. But please, just hit that subscribe button. That really, 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 really will help my channel out to make it grow. So, but right, on that note, it's Saturday. I've still got cleanish hands from good quick service. Everything's all done. Everything, I've gone around, double checked everything's all done up and tightened and whatever. I'm gonna park the old girl up and I'm gonna head home. But stay safe, and we'll see you on the next one. All the best. See you laters.